Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for November 10, 2021. This is the Electric Factory. I am Tanner Kern. Scared money don't make money. I'm joined by G-Money Grant Mitchell. We had a hell of a pre-production show. We were having a great talk. That's why we're a little late to the party today. But Grant, how you doing?
Doing great, Tanner. I woke up before my alarm today. That's always a good day. It means your body's ready to go. I'm feeling fresh, feeling full of energy, ready to have a great day today.
Did you know I'm training to be a Navy SEAL?
Did you know that you're doing that because I was training to be a Navy SEAL? And I won the aesthetics of our weigh-in photos, so you just wanted to look like me, I think.
No. Well, first of all, I used to be 340 pounds. So when you factor that into the equation, I look a hell lot better than you. Second of all, I am a Navy SEAL. I'm training to be a Navy SEAL.
No, you're not.
I'm training.
Not even close.
I'm going to be a Navy SEAL.
How'd your pull-ups go the other day?
I didn't hit pull-ups yet. There was no pull-ups on there yet.
Yeah, and what was the reason for you not wanting to do the pull-ups?
There was no pull-ups on the list.
I
know day one, there's no pull-ups on that.
I know, but we've talked about you doing pull-ups before, and you didn't seem too excited about it.
I'm gonna do the pull-ups when I want to do the pull-ups. But so like back when in college when we were doing our pull-up workouts for football, like we had the bands around our knees. So I'll probably have to put a band on. I can do like 4 or 5 pull-ups, 5 maybe 6. I don't know. I can run though. I can run pretty far. We got a comment in here. All right, is this Gloria? Hot.
Gotta be.
Guess who it is? Who it is?
Saeed.
Before this Parlay Power Hour ends, OBJ is going to be a saint. Oh my God!
Look. All right, that's going to do it for Parlay Power Hour, guys. We will see you tomorrow.
Look at his profile. Saeed, man, you spelled parlay wrong. Come on now. I know you're not from the United States of America, but it's parlay, Parlay. Come on. Grant, did you just freeze there?
I don't know. Did I?
Yeah, you look like you froze when I was making fun of Saeed's spelling of Parlay Power Hour.
Oh, well, hopefully I'm here now.
Seem like you're frozen a little bit, but you got to fight through the pain. All right, this is the best hour of your day. Let's get it going. G-Money's kind of lagging. He's pulling a Will Reed right now. The best hour of your day, FanDuel, $1,000 risk-free bet. Links in the description below. Saeed's already back. Parlay, okay. There we go. He's spelling it right now. Gotta love it. All right, Grant, let's start it with Heat and Lakers. Over 213.5. Talk to me about this one.
Well, first things first. Am I good? Am I good on the audio video?
You're good on the audio. Video's a little blurry, but you look good. You're looking better.
Okay. Heat Lakers going over 213.5 tonight. This one I know might seem a little intimidating on paper. The Lakers are missing LeBron James, obviously, along with the other guys like Kendrick Nunn, Trevor Ariza, Taylor Horton-Tucker. They haven't been there all season. And the Heat are thought of as a defensive team. You know, that's their identity. That's the Heat culture. But if you look at the team's recent results, they both have been scoring pretty well. This is a late night game in primetime on the West Coast. I don't think the Heat are going to walk over the Lakers as a lot of people are expecting them to. I think the Lakers are going to give them a lot of pushback. And I just have I think stylistically this game is going to go over. I think the Lakers want to play with pace. Even though LeBron isn't there, I think they want Westbrook to really push the ball down the court. If you look at the Heat's recent games, they only scored 96 against the Nuggets, but then they scored 118 before that, 125, 119, 114. I don't think it's going to be asking too much to get the teams to average about 106, 107 points here. I think we're going over pretty easily.
Yeah, I like the over in this game as well. But again, we got to factor in the Heat play a little defense, maybe even a little cheap defense, known for a little hard foul culture there in Miami of what we saw yesterday. Grant, what's your take on that for 2 days ago?
I'm 100 million% on Nikola Jokic's side. And I want to talk about, why it's not. Well, first of all, I think it's an eye for an eye. I'm totally for that. But I also like that what Jokic was saying after the game. He said, I feel bad. I knew when I was doing it, it was the wrong thing to do. It was a stupid thing to do. But I had to do it because I have to protect myself. And one thing that we've seen in the NBA, especially with these European players, especially the big men, when they come over, the blueprint is you rough them up. They can't handle physicality. That's why the Clippers were ganging up on Luka Doncic in the bubble. That's why Dirk Nowitzki took a while to get some respect, especially as the first real stretch 4, stretch 5 in his era. So the fact that, Jokic is getting pushed around, he doesn't look that athletic. For him to respond like that as the reigning MVP, I think it sends a message to the league. Like, you know who I am. You're not going to just walk in here and mess with me. and especially against Markieff Morris, who's one of the NBA's tough guys. I'm totally 100% on Jokic's side.
Yeah, I am too. I was thinking about it, and at first I turned on the ESPN Sports Center the other day, and I saw the elbow, and I'm like, that doesn't look good. But when you see the foul before that takes place, he took it to. He definitely, like, you know, you say like, okay, this person started it, but this person finished it. Like, he definitely finished it. He took it to a whole nother level, but still, the first foul was not good on. First foul was not good on him. That didn't look good. I mean, he must have been hurt a little bit, but when he went over through that elbow, he finished it.
Yep.
Little flop there. Little flop there too by Marquise. Little flop.
Jokic is 7 foot 300 pounds. Anything that starts with him taking a few steps and running in your direction is going to hurt. I'm love it. I think a 1-game suspension was perfectly appropriate. I don't think the league's going to mind. I don't think he's going to mind too much. I think it was handled well by pretty much everybody involved.
Yeah, there you go. That's all they're talking about on NBA radio too, by the way. Grant, tell Brian Scalabrine to get it together. Talk about something else. Talk about the Raptors beating the Celtics tonight, Grant. A little quick pivot on this one. I was like, you know what? Celtics. But in my head, too, I'm like, I'm a Celtics fan. So I got to give the people the unbiased take in this game. Raptors +2. Toronto's been playing really well as of late, put together a 5-game winning streak. But the bottom line in this game, I'm going with the Raptors because the Celtics do not have Jaylen Brown tonight. Jaylen Brown's their leading scorer. Obviously, I think there's still a lot of issues in Boston with how they're playing as a team right now. They have not found it. They have not got that rhythm. They have not gotten it together. Al Horford's going to be huge for them tonight. But can Horford and my man Jason Tatum figure it out? I don't think they can tonight. We will see. But again, Toronto is allowing just 101.8 points per game, 4th best defense in the NBA right now. I think it's going to be too tough for them to win without Jaylen Brown tonight. Marcus Smart's got to have a big night stealing the ball, as we'll talk about with our risk bet in a little bit. But again, I think it's too much to overcome without Brown in the lineup.
You know, I'm going to disagree here with you, Tanner, and I'm shocked you flipped your bet. What was did this happen during the show? Because in pre-production, I understood you were taking the Celtics to win.
It happened before. It happened in pre-production. I was studying the lines. I was studying the numbers. And I don't think they're going to be able to win tonight without it. I mean, they haven't won at the Boston Garden. History tends to repeat itself. The Boston Garden. History tends to repeat itself. They're going to lose tonight. I think the Raptors are hot right now. They're playing very good basketball. Beat the what's the win streak? Let's see. They beat the Pacers, Knicks, and the Wizards in the past 5 games. So that's a decent winning streak right there. It's a lot better than what the Celtics are doing. Now, I will say, the Celtics did go to Dallas, and they played tough without Jaylen Brown. They played them very tough. And again, that game went over. I had the under in that game. It went over by 1 point. I almost broke my television. That's besides the point, G-Money. They played the Mavericks tough. But again, I think there's just so much problem in the locker room right now. I don't think they'll be able to figure it out.
I don't think it matters when you've got Jason Tatum on your team. What we've seen is that when he's given the opportunity to be a solo star, when he is given everything and say, Jason Tatum, you have to deliver, he's, for the most part, lived up to those situations. And granted, they haven't come on huge stages, and I don't think they're going to until the team gets fixed. But, you know, in the game, like the first round of the playoffs where he drops 50 points on the Brooklyn Nets, he's dropped 60 before in a game. He has these moments like that. I think we're due for another one of those. I think they're going to be very upset with the outcome of that Mavericks game, which, yeah, they played them close. They lost on a buzzer beater in which Luka was double covered, 3 guys in the area. He had a fall away 3. I don't see the Celtics losing this game. I'm going to be totally honest. I think Tatum drops a minimum 30, could be upwards of 40, and they get it done.
I will say, though, in the Mavericks game, the Celtics started very slow. I feel like the same thing's going to happen tonight. If they wouldn't have started slow, if they would have woke up, probably would have got a win in that game. I'm not happy with the Celtics right now, Grant. I'm not happy with them. Jason Tatum doesn't pass the ball. That's not happening, by the way. The Celtics are no longer interested in trading Jaylen Brown.
Daryl Morey must have been smoking something out of a pipe, and you can guess what it was. Daryl Morey is known for these ambitious, ridiculous sort of trade proposals. There is no chance that the Boston Celtics would give up Jaylen Brown and other assets and draft capital for Ben Simmons. I'm not sure if they would trade Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons straight up. There's no chance that this deal happens. If Ben Simmons gets traded, it's going to be somewhere else.
Well, I guess the Celtics said today they're no longer interested in trading him. But we'll see. You know what? When Jaylen Brown gets back, and you know what, Grant, I kind of like your theory as well, because I think, like you said, Jason Tatum as a solo star without Jaylen Brown there. Now, those two play pretty well together. I think Marcus Smart was the issue with that. But when we look at it, yeah, the two stars on one court might not work as well as one star if Jason Tatum just delivers. But again, Raptors play very good defense. You key on Jason Tatum tonight. It's honestly a crapshoot, but I do like the Raptors at +2, considering the Celtics have not won at Boston Garden yet this year. I had to pivot.
We'll see soon enough.
Yeah, we'll see soon enough. A little 7 o'clock tip tonight. Very excited about that. I will say this, though. I want the Celtics to win. I just don't think they're gonna. I want the Celtics to win. I'm not, and as a sports betting analyst, G Money, I got to be unbiased. I got to go against my team, except when it's the Boston Red Sox. I'll never bet against the Boston Red Sox. Marcus Smart over 1.5 steals tonight. If the Celtics are going to win this game, a few players got to step up. One of them is Marcus Smart on the defensive end of the court. He needs over 1.5 steals tonight for them to win. In his past, let me get the numbers up here, G Money. All right, so the past 5, this is a crapshoot. This is a risk bet. But in the past 3 games, he's only had 1 steal per game against the Mavericks, the Heat, and then the Magic. Magic probably would have liked him to have another steal or 2. But against the Bulls and the Washington Wizards, he had 4 and 3 on November 1st and October 27th. So he is more than capable of achieving this number. When you really think about it, it's only 2 steals. Once he gets 1, he only needs 1 more. It's a good risk bet. It's probably a good same-game parlay bet tonight. Again, the Raptors win on the defensive end of the court. They don't win on the offensive end. So, maybe a few bad passes in there. Marcus Smart finds a way to get some steals.
Yeah, and he's averaging 2.2 for the season as well. For an NBA player, especially a guy who's in the starting lineup and prides himself on his defense, for him to get 2 steals is really not asking that much. The one thing to be cautious of is that the Raptors do take care of the ball, but sometimes Van Vliet, even OG and Anunoby, they can get a little loosey-goosey with the ball. Scotty Barnes is a rookie. He's prone to making mistakes. This is a great risk bet. And this one was spotted by Tanner. I will give him credit for this one.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate that, Grant. We work together every morning.
You better hope it comes through now, though.
You know what? If it does, if it doesn't, it's okay. It's all right. I'm just giving the picks. It's a Fugazi. It's Fugazi. Fairy dust.
Fair enough. Well, speaking of picks, but we got one more.
Why do you like the Grant? This was obvious, by the way. Nobody cares about this one. This is obvious.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say nobody cares about it. Everybody should care about it because it's free money. I mean, Nikola Jokic is not playing. He's been suspended by the league for this game. I have absolutely no idea how the line is 3.5. I mean, look at what the Nuggets are facing right now. Okay, Jokic is leading the team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals per game. He's the reigning league MVP, and he's not going to be there. Okay, Michael Porter Jr., that rising, ascending star, he's not going to be there. Is Jamal Murray there? No. How is this line 3.5? I mean, is Aaron Gordon supposed to go for 50 tonight against the Pacers, who, by the way, have Domantas Sabonis, who's playing at an unbelievable level this season? This line should honestly be probably 12 to 13 points. If the Pacers don't win this game, I have no idea what to think, what to say. That this should be the closest thing to free money that you can possibly find.
Grant, you put the -3.5 on the wrong side, though. You're messing with America.
Whatever.
Okay, just want to clarify that. Pacers -3.5 tonight versus the Nuggets. Don't take the Nuggets at +3.5. Take the Pacers at -3.5. Now this game is in Denver too, though, isn't it? Right, I believe.
I just closed it. I'm not sure.
It's in Denver tonight. So the one thing we need to, give a little credit to the sports book. It's like playing in Colorado, right? For baseball, like playing at Coors. They inflate the over under, they inflate the total. Playing at altitude does bother these NBA players a little bit, from what I've seen, from what I've heard. So you know what? That's probably the reason Nuggets are only +3.5 in this game. But I like Pacers -3.5 on the road tonight. It's still gonna be a fight though, G Money. I don't think they blow them off the court. I think it's a 7-8 point game.
Pacers win by 20.
Okay, there you go. G Money said it. That's probably going to happen. All right, final thoughts. What is
my final thought for today? I'll be honest. Normally I come in here with a plan. I don't have one. You know what my final thought can be? We can loop back to the opening of the show. Tanner and I all jokes aside, we are training to become Navy SEALs. This is something that's actually happening between us. It started because one of my longtime friends, training partners, when we ran track and field together, then we started lifting weights together. He is training for BUDS, which is a sort of a Navy SEAL sort of fitness standard test program.
People know what BUDS is, Grant. It's the toughest training in the world, military training in the world. He's got to get through basic first, though, too. He's not through basic.
Yeah, but I mean, he's going to get through basic. This kid's in shape. And he's training for BUDS, and he sent me his program, and he'd been doing it for about a couple months, I think. And I said, you know what, I'll join with you just to help keep you motivated. And just kind of keep that friendly competition and rivalry that we've had all along. Sent a message to Tanner and Will Reed. Tanner said, "What are you doing?" I sent him the document, and now Tanner's in his third day of becoming a Navy SEAL today. So that's a little fun backstory that's going on behind the show.
The calisthenics today, big time calisthenics day, I believe. Is that tough? I feel like that's a tough day.
Oh yeah, it's tough. It is tough.
My body hurts. My legs hurt. I squatted for the first time since I played football the other day. It was not good. Didn't squat a lot, but I did squat. All right, Saeed, 5 more minutes. We're not taking 5 more minutes, but Saeed, I will say I want to ask you a question. This is my final thought. Besides the fact that I'm training to be a Navy SEAL, one of the most elite special forces people in the world. Saeed, 5 more minutes. OBJ is still talking with Sean Payton. Saeed, what happened to the Saints this weekend against the Atlanta Falcons? Can you please tell me that? Because your team lost me money, Saeed. So how you like that?
You bet. You should have asked me. I bet on the Falcons.
I included them in a parlay.
I would have told you.
No. You know what, though? The Saints played really well. Trevor Siemian looked really good. Like he's one of those good backup quarterbacks. They're backup quarterbacks that are just placeholders. Like, we're going to lose when you play, but we need somebody in there. Siemian can actually win a game. Yeah, and he's just as good as Jameis right now. 100% just as good as Jameis. But I will say, Saeed, the Saints defense was a little concerning this weekend. Would you agree with that, Grant?
I wouldn't say it was concerning. I would say it was bad. But
it was bad, yeah.
Yeah. I think they had an off game, but I think it's because there was an emotional hangover from what they did to the Bucs. I think they'll be fine. I mean, their defense is ranked top 5, I think, against the pass, run, and at the line. So I think they'll be fine.
It's amazing you talk about the Saints and Saeed just comes out from the woodwork, just starts commenting. All right, Saints this weekend. Let me look. Versus the Tennessee Titans +3. I'm going to hammer the Titans at -105, Saeed. I'm going to hammer them.
Yep, I know. You should.
All right, that does it. Saeed's but I wouldn't bet my house. All right, Saeed. Thanks. All right, that does it for Parlay Power Hour. Let's throw it up, G-Money. Good show, Electric, today. 1 thumb, 1 finger, 1 pinky. All love. See you tomorrow for another episode of Parlay Power Hour.